following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
This is the Gargoyle of the Front Row Fanatics, and you're watching my two good friends on Top Rope Reality.
Hello, buddy, and ho, ho, ho to this big old year-ender for Top Rope Reality. I'm Mike Hogan, better known as Rudolph Hogan.
I'm Justin Carter, known as Santa Carter.
And we're going to start talking about Making the Move. Who gained, lost, or stayed the same as more NXT people came up to the main roster.
That's true, we got a lot of them.
We're going to start with Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston came up from the developmental down there.
Yes, way before it was NXT. But
Before it was
still,
NXT. Still that same
oh, yes.
time period kind of thing. But yes, Kofi, he definitely has gained a lot.
Oh,
He went down quite a while,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gained a lot through all this.
Intercontinental Champion and
Tag team champion,
multi-time tag team champion, multi-partners.
Exactly.
So, I'd say right now he's on the upswing.
Definitely on the upswing.
Connor.
Oh, he's lost everything. Lost it all.
As dominant as they were in
The
NXT,
greatest, they call them the greatest tag team of NXT history. Not no more.
you brought them up and you cursed them.
By trying to make them
the
talk.
first few weeks in.
Trying to talk like they were trying to be the Road Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, GBL was dogging them the whole time of commentary.
Yep.
And that's not how you're supposed to do things.
Nope.
So that ruined them right there. Whenever they tried to compare themselves, they end the promo, which you know that means somebody wrote that for them. They compared themselves to the Road Warriors, and that's the kiss of death right there.
Mm-hmm.
Next would
We
be
got Lana.
She kind of stayed the same. She don't really need to wrestle.
No.
They tried that for like 3 matches. She lost all 3.
I know she's supposed to lose all 3. But she needs, I mean, if they want her to be a wrestler, she needs a lot more training. And she needs to be NXT for a while.
Yep.
But will she be away from Rusev to be NXT?
Right.
So.
But I mean, being a manager is fine. She could have that role of being like Sunny. She doesn't have to wrestle.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that type of role.
It is not.
Just being a valet.
We've got Luke Harper.
Yeah. He's definitely gone up and down, up and down.
Yeah, see, he's like a little wave there. Up and down. Up and down.
Can you believe he's been Intercontinental Champion?
No, he was a champion.
Yes. For about a cup of coffee, he was.
Oh, yeah. I expect him to be SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
If they do it right.
Yeah, because they're running through jobbers right now.
Yeah, but they're still having Rowan come out with a stupid mask on.
Yeah, they kept
They need to get them away from any inkling of that same, like being in that, what do you call it, the Wyatt family type thing. They need to strip away all that. They changed their outfits.
Yes.
They need to strip away that. They need to take that mask away.
If they want him with the mask, they should have given him a different mask.
Yeah.
No sheep mask. I don't care if he's changed the sheep mask up. It's still, you see the sheep mask.
Because that new one makes me think of his failed singles run when he was feuding with Luke Harper.
Yeah, that's true. That's the same
Get
one.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't need it.
Mojo Rawley.
Ugh.
He should make an upswing now, but
Hopefully.
before he's done nothing.
Which he didn't do a lot in NXT. I felt like they pulled him up too quick.
I mean, hey, I'm the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
He talked about that in his promo
Who
recently.
cares? I know.
He's like, I won the Battle Royal, and then what happened? I get stuck with Zach.
Yeah.
Next is Dean Ambrose, and he's definitely gained from coming from NXT.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, because they were the Shield. They became
Right.
the Shield, which is a big gain.
He hasn't really lost.
No, yeah.
There's been times where he's gained and then he's kind of stayed the same.
Yeah.
But he's always been in that upper echelon. Mm-hmm. He's never dropped way down.
No.
Next is Elias. It's kind of too early to tell. He didn't really do a lot in NXT either. And apparently they're a fan of that gimmick behind the scenes because he's always on the show.
He is on the show.
I'm not a huge fan of the gimmick, but...
I mean, he could be a mid-card champion.
Right.
But it'd be a while, because you got to get off Roman first, so... And he won't be the one taking on Roman. It'd be one of those, okay, when you win the world title, universal title, we strip you of the other title and put in a tournament. I can see him winning the tournament.
I could see them honestly going all the way to WrestleMania with it being Universal versus Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, yeah. That's the storyline right now. Once he won the Intercontinental title, yeah.
That's where they're going with it.
And in WrestleMania, he'll be double champion.
Yep.
Now, will they keep him double champion? Or will they... Oh, well, you can't have both belts. Oh, but you can have both belts. No,
Did that to Paige, didn't they?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You can't be NXT Women's Champion
and the Divas Champion on Raw, yeah.
No, so yeah.
Up next, Enzo Amore. They were never tag team champions in NXT, never tag team champions on Raw, so I would definitely say he's gained from going to 205 Live.
Now, the big question is, when Big Cass comes back...
Will he have gained?
Will he be the face? Will he just be a face now?
I hope not.
He'll come back being a heel because Enzo has taken the heel role and done great things with it.
He has taken the heel role, but they'll be separated from each other.
Yeah, they'll be separated each other.
So I hope they keep it going with it, Cass being a heel.
They really, they
didn't have time. They didn't have time to really work that heel gimmick out, So I hope they give it more of a chance this time around. Of course, when people come back, people cheer.
Yeah, always.
But I hope they let him be a heel.
Yeah.
Number 9 would be Finn Bálor. And to me, he hasn't gained from coming from NXT, and even though the injury and all happened.
Yes. Because he was Universal Champion.
For one day. But they can't take it away. He's the first one.
They were given the belt to go with it if he,
He
but
was
he got
the first
injured.
one.
Yes.
Can't take it away from him. But
we don't know how far that would have gone.
No, we don't. Until the whole Goldberg and Brock thing happened, they would have had to get off of him. Same thing with Kevin Owens.
That would have come out.
Huh?
Would that have come out with... it could have had the match without the title being on the line.
That's true.
Yeah, because that was just for the video game. So...
Right. But has he when he first came up, the momentum was there.
Yes.
The injury kind of stopped that, but I do feel like he's lost a lot of his momentum and his luster, his appeal.
Yes.
People still cheer for him, but I don't think it's as...
But them talking about Finn versus Brock,
Yeah, but now they're saying they're not talking about that.
I know. See, that hurts you. That shows you lost something.
Yeah. I think he has lost some of his appeal, honestly. I'm still a fan of him.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's just kind of at a plateau, just kind of hanging out there. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see what happens. He ain't going up,
he ain't going down. He's just in the middle.
Right.
And then Heath Slater.
To me, he's always been at the same level.
Yeah.
He can't take that away. When SmackDown Live came about, he was the first SmackDown Tag Team Champions for SmackDown Live. So you can't take that away from him and Rhino. And he did have a great storyline there with the whole kids and everything, doing it for the kids. But they put him on Raw, and they've done literally nothing since then.
Yeah, I know.
So he is one of those that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, but he always stays in that lower level.
You're like fighting for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Mm-hmm. You get moved to Raw
and fight for them
and disappear off the TV.
You're on Superstars. That's it. Nobody watches that. So yeah, he's at that. Definitely, he's always stayed at that lower level, but he's gone up and down in the lower level. It's just, people said, "Oh, that he's going to be Universal Champion because we had Jinder as the World Champion and it's Drew as the NXT champion." I could see Heath Slater becoming NXT champion before he ever becomes Universal. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I think he's a good athlete. He's hilarious and all, but I don't see him being no Universal champion.
No.
Maybe he can go to SmackDown and him and Jinder can fight over the belt. I don't know. But we're going to continue on with our Toppy 2017 awards. as we have the Impact Superstar of the Year, as we don't watch the show a lot, but we do read the spoilers. And the person that we feel like it goes to would be the Impact Champion, which would be Eli Drake.
Yes.
He came from mid-card status and then tag team with Chris Adonis, and then he just, out of nowhere, shockingly won the championship.
I know.
So, you know, they see something in him. He's
and
entertaining.
didn't lose it at Bound for Glory.
Right. He's entertaining. So, I mean, I do like him as the pick for Superstar of the Year. Up next is Feud of the Year. We went off from the WWE thing, because we don't always go with WWE. We have Okada versus Omega.
Yes.
Which they did have a very good feud, and you know, with New Japan and Wrestle Kingdom and all that stuff. So,
yep.
Next one is I Am Sorry Award, which this you may not have said sorry fast enough or good enough, because we wonder if you're fired, and that goes to Leo Rush.
Yes.
Because he made a big boo boo talking about Emma. About Emma.
It's catching.
It is catching on.
Yes. The number 2 promotion in the world goes to Ring of Honor, of course.
Always.
I mean, if Impact, Global Force thing could all work out together, maybe, but no, I'm sorry.
Didn't work out there.
Ring of Honor. We got a Fool and His Money Soon Part Award, and that goes to Anthem and Global Force Wrestling. Yes.
Clearly, it didn't. Anthem owning Impact and merging with Global Force did not work out, as Global Force goes where Jeff Jarrett goes, because they never fully bought the rights to it.
I heard they got like plastic over covering the belts. When they have Global Force on the belts, they put plastic over the belts.
Awful.
You know, it is.
Because they can't afford new belts now.
Nope.
They put all that effort into buying those belts, and now they can't afford new ones.
I get them some more loonies before they can buy new belts.
It's crazy.
We got the Ring of Honor Superstar of the Year. Hands down,
Hands
easy.
down.
It was easy.
Hands down.
It was Cody
Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, 2 years in a row now for this next one?
Yes, it is.
As the announcer of the year goes to our favorite, Corey Graves.
Oh, the man, if you need somebody to do something, call Corey Graves.
He's got all these shows on the network, but they don't ever stick around very long.
Nope. But this year he's been Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT. He's been on every show this year.
Every show.
As an announcer.
And multiple shows on the network.
Yes.
Him and JBL and Peter Rosenberg had that show. He's got a new one now. I don't know if you watched it with him and Roman Reigns.
No.
Next, he goes from interviewing Roman Reigns to interviewing Enzo next week. Oh, God.
Guy hates.
Which they're going to bring all that up, yeah.
I know I didn't do the Roman because I just know that's just playing.
Which they brought up how he was sick and everything, and Roman said he was like, y'all probably won't be able to use any of this material, but he talks about having that sickness and everything, the mumps or whatever it's called. And he said, yeah, I had the mumps. And then he looked at the camera, he said, yeah, I probably can't use any of this. I'm like, wait a second, like, why would they have such an issue with using that? Oh, he's invincible, we can't talk about him getting a bad disease. Like, really?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Why would he say that? That threw me off when he brought that up.
So, yeah.
But yeah, he said he was isolated in the hospital and then isolated in the hotel room.
Hey,
Long
you
time.
don't
It was like 3
mumps,
weeks.
Oh, yeah.
He said that it was literally it's so rare nowadays that none of the nurses knew what it was. They couldn't figure it out. It was funny.
Yes.
But,
I wonder how that happened. Open borders. Never mind. Okay.
What?
Open borders. Don't stop people from coming in the country. They just bring whatever disease they want to bring into that we had controlled.
Anyway, Gone But Not Forgotten goes to hands down this year.
Yes.
It was so sad, but Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes.
It just makes sense.
Makes sense, yes. And that's it for so far for part 3 on the Toppies.
Yes.
Now let's move over to the WWE Network and we talk about Clash of the Champions, which is taking place tonight.
There you go.
Or wherever it could be. Last week.
Or how quickly you upload this, yes.
Yes. And we're going to talk about Clash so far. The matches are AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Jinder Mahal. Should be his one and only rematch, and that should be on show for Jinder for right now.
Which is sad, but we'll see where they go from there, though. And then we got a triple threat match for the United States Championship as Baron Corbin defends against Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. The the third person kind of throws me off. Like, why? What did Dolph do to deserve to get in this match?
Him and Bobby Roode were fighting.
Okay, so Bobby Roode deserves to be in the match. Yes. Dolph has done nothing. It's all about what have you done for me lately?
Maybe Dolph has taken the belt.
Oh, Lord. They don't know how to push him right, so what's the point of giving him a belt?
What do you think?
I would think Bobby Roode would get it in this. That's what I would do.
I don't think we'll give it to Roode this quickly.
I don't know.
I can see Dolph still in it.
I mean, with him being a heel, Bobby Roode might do all the work, and then Dolph steal the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Or Dolph could even do that to Baron. Baron do all the work, and he steal a pin that way too.
Dolph would probably eat the pin anyway, being from either Baron keeps.
Yeah, if either one of them win, Dolph is getting pinned.
Yes, because that's a position he's in now.
But if Dolph wins, then yeah. He needs to let them do all the work and then steal the pin from them.
Yes.
It's the heel thing to do.
We got the tag team titles, SmackDown tag team titles, Fatal 4-Way now. It used to was a triple threat.
And that wasn't a good idea to have two triple threats on the match, on the
card.
card.
I do like the Fatal 4-Way here. As we have the Usos defend their titles against the New Day, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, and Rusev and Aiden English.
Just last minute addition, not addiction.
No.
Not addiction.
No.
Not addicted, no. So, could we have a surprise win from Rusev and English? Would be interesting.
I don't know if I could see the titles changing hands.
Or do we go with Shelton and Gable? Because, I mean, they seem to like them too, but I mean, you watch the show more than I do. Do you feel like they're gelling well?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nobody showing they're doing quite well. So, yeah.
They're getting along. They're not arguing in promos or anything like that. Because if they're going to do it, they need to do it right. They don't need to, break them up. Are they matching in their outfits?
Yep.
Okay.
Come out together.
Do they have one music?
One music, matching outfits, yes.
Is it Shelton's old music, or do they have,
new music.
legit new music for both of them together?
Legit new.
Very good.
Well.
Then we've got, I would be happy with either Rusev and English,
which is different,
or Shelton and Chad Gable, which is also different. Mm-hmm. I don't like how it stays with Usos and New Day. Usos and New Day.
They've got to do something else.
They got to do something different. That's why they did the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Then we got the Lumberjill match, which, what's his name? Daniel did call it Lumberjack. Lumberjill match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship as Charlotte Flair defends against Natalya. So will someone help Natalya win?
Well, she's trying to get all the girls to be behind her. Yes, don't touch me as much when I go out, she said.
Right.
So, I mean, she's kidding.
I mean, the Riot Squad doesn't care about either side.
No, they don't.
So, it's going to be interesting how that works out. But I could see Charlotte continuing on.
Yes, because I think she's going to be taking on Ruby Riot.
Which will be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
Good little feud there.
We have Randy Orton and Nakamura taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, with Shane McMahon as referee, and if Zayn and Owens lose, they are done from the WWE.
They can't go to Raw.
They're not going to Raw. They are totally out.
Fired completely. That's why we know it's not going to happen.
You're right.
It's not going to
So,
happen.
it could. I mean, it could happen. I mean...
Were they going to come back as the Black Scorpions?
That'd be funny, yeah.
Although
a couple of weeks they're begging Daniel every time they're at the back of the building begging, trying to get their jobs back,
Right, a stagehand can come up to Daniel and say, there's a couple of people that need to see you at the back door.
Yeah.
And it's them two standing there begging to come back in. I don't think they're going to lose, though. I think that either Shane is going to swap sides in this situation and help them.
Wouldn't make no sense.
It would make sense. Why put them in the match? But they've done that thing, but they've done it before like that. Where, like Vince puts you in a match and everything, and then he turns on you and changes things up. Which would then lead to a Shane McMahon versus Randy Orton match, if anything, off of that. Or do we have Daniel Bryan side with his Ring of Honor brethren? Which would make more sense, because he is aggravated that Shane keeps putting them in these predicaments, and he thinks this needs to be over with. So we have Daniel join up with them.
They've been punished enough.
Right. So if Daniel join up with them by, Shane can get it poke in the eye or knocked out or something in the match, Daniel comes in and does a quick count to help Owens and Zayn.
Here's how you put Shane down for a little bit. Now, poke an eye, that's a regular referee.
Regular referee.
Say they poke Randy in the eye and he RKO's Shane by accident.
Boom, there it is.
Shane's down.
Where's the referee? Where's the referee? And Randy gets, let's say Randy gets one of them down after he does that, and there's no referee out there. So it's like, there's no count.
Right.
And so he has to get back up, and then all of a sudden, he gets hit with a low blow or anything like that, and then Daniel comes running out, just darting out.
Takes the shirt off, already has one on already.
Has one on already or something, and he slides in 1, 2, 3, and so.
I like it.
I mean, I like that option a lot better, but we've seen Shane heel before, so
Yes.
that wouldn't shock me. But Daniel Bryan as a heel would shock me.
But they say he won't get booed.
He's not going to get booed. They're still going to say yes. Joining up as a Ring of Honor brethren, they're going to chant yes to that. But that would be a good 3-person team. Even if Daniel doesn't wrestle, he could be their manager.
Yeah.
And that would be different.
Would be different.
And it would essentially probably drop him out of being the commissioner or whatever he is, general manager, whatever he is.
He's general manager.
He's general manager.
Yes.
It always confuses me. But anyway, so that could drop
His
him out of
contract's
that.
only till October of next year, so.
There you go. So it could drop him out and him become a manager for them two, because they could do another match to where Shane says, well, if your team loses this, then you're no longer the general manager or whatever. So
Yeah, that's true.
they could do it that route, and then he could just become a full-fledged manager for them. And then if they finally say, hey, we will go with the idea of him wrestling, then you got a 6-man tag right there.
Yeah.
If they're going to go that route.
That is true.
Anyway.
Now, a little ditty we brought back.
Little
Pay-per-view redo.
Not review. Redo.
We take a pay-per-view. Could be last month's pay-per-view.
Could be.
Or 20 years
20 years ago.
pay-per-view.
Could it be?
We took Starrcade
29 years ago.
1988.
You know why? I only knew the math because that's the year I was born.
Yeah, that helps a lot on math.
Starrcade 1988. Yes.
We'll give you the match that they did, and then we'll give you the match that
we put together.
we put together.
Absolutely.
Now we'll start off. They had, this is for the NWA United States Tag Team Championship.
Because one other belt wasn't good enough. One other tag team belts.
No, it was Dr. S.D. Williams and Kevin Sullivan. Defeated the champions, the Fantastic Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, in 15 minutes and 50 seconds.
What we're going to give you is the Revival defeating America's Most Wanted being the champions in 15 minutes, 50 seconds.
Up next, you want to do this one? No, I'll do
Sure.
that one. Okay.
The original match was the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, with Jim Cornette defeating the original Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, with Paul E. Dangerously in a tag team matchup that lasted 17:46.
And we change it to the Hart Foundation defeating the British Bulldogs. Up next, we had the Russian Assassins, number 1 and number 2. That's the one you always want to have.
You got to have the first two, yeah.
With Paul Jones defeating the JYD, Junkyard Dog, and Ivan Koloff.
It's a weird pairing.
In 6 minutes and 47 seconds.
That's probably why it didn't last very long, because it's a weird pairing. We're going to give you the Colossal Connection defeating the Good Brothers. Now, is that the Good Brothers from Southpaw, or is that the club?
That's Club.
Okay. I didn't know what gimmicks we were going with.
That's Club.
Because the Good Brothers make me think of the guys from Southpaw.
That's Club.
Which, have you noticed that Southpaw is in the vault section of WWE Network, which is hilarious. What do we got next? We got number 4. What was originally happening was Rick Steiner defeated Mike Rotunda, who was accompanied in the ring with Kevin Sullivan, in a singles match to win the NWA World Television Championship off of Mike Rotunda in 17 minutes 59 seconds.
And that turned into the Ultimate Warrior defeating the television champion Seth Rollins.
Interesting. Very good match there. Number 5, we gave you Barry Windham originally with J.J. Dillon defeating Bam Bam Bigelow with Oliver Humperdink by countout for the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship 16-17.
And we gave you Kevin Owens, United States Champion, defeating Bobby Roode by countout.
Up next, the original match was Sting and Dusty Rhodes defeating the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, who were the tag team champions, with Paul Ellering by disqualification. Tag team match for the NWA World Tag Team Championships, 11 minutes 20 seconds, so the titles did not change hands.
No. But ours was the Steiner Brothers defeating Harlem Heat by disqualification.
Interesting.
I saw that a few times in WCW.
Do what?
Probably saw that a few times in WCW.
Oh, quite a few times. Yes. Up next, match number 7, Ric Flair.
Which was the main event.
Was the main event. There you go. The main event, NWA World Heavyweight Championship, lasted 30 minutes, 59 seconds. Ric Flair, the champion, with J.J. Dillon, defeated Lex Luger.
I remember that match.
Very good.
Thought Luger was going to win.
Oh, that would be
Flair,
nice.
but Luger was busted open and the match got called off
Oh,
because
no.
blood. You're not allowed to have blood where they
Back
were
then,
wrestling. Back
no
then,
blood?
not where they were at.
Oh, in that location.
The commission didn't allow it.
Ooh.
They had Flair in the torture rack, and Tommy Young saw Luger was busted open and stopped the match, and he thought he won the belt because of the blood.
The commission. You know, that was
The
a
commission,
storyline.
yes.
But what did we give you?
We gave them the NWA World Heavyweight Champion
This would be a great
Steve
match.
Austin defeating AJ Styles.
A man who was never NWA champion, defeating a man who was NWA champion, for real. Very good main event.
And then I had a 17-man, $50,000 bunkhouse battle royal as a dark match. And
This is a dark match.
This was a dark match.
Weird.
What they gave you was JYD defeated Abdul the Butcher, Commando Ray, Commando Boone, Eddie Gilbert, Dick Murdoch, Kendall Windham, Dustin Rose, Tommy Rogers, Bobby Fulton, Dennis Condrey, Randy Rose, Steve Williams, Bob Eaton, Stan Lane, Larry Zbyszko, and
your
Al
buddy.
Perez.
One of your favorites.
Yeah, I love Al Perez.
But
Hey,
what?
that was another guy wasted by WWE.
Yes. Did they call him Al Perez in WWE?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they did, but they never pushed him.
No, you saw him on primetime. That's about it.
And then what we gave you was Chris Jericho defeating JYD. He was in the actual match. Right? He was the winner. That's funny. We put him in there. That's the way it worked out. Defeated JYD, Dean Ambrose, Bam Bam Bigelow, Great Muta, Alberto Del Rio, Terry Taylor, Miz, Abyss, Dolph Ziggler, Batista, Colonel Pierce, Honky Tonk Man, Mark Marrow, Roddy Piper, Goldust, who technically was in the first one, and Brutus Beefcake. Very good.
It was. That turned pretty good.
Good show.
Have to do some more of those in 18.
And 2018.
Now coming back to part 4 of the list.
That does not miss.
As we got a few more topics to give out, plus we're going to do our Hall of Fame and finish out this big year ender right here on Top Row Reality. Remember, I'm Rudolph Hogan, and
You
this
almost forgot
is, and you are
Sedicata.
Ho Ho Ho.
Merry Christmas.
We'll see you in a few clicks right here on Top Row Reality.